Talk about some of the details. The original legislation we saw said that you would be buying up the mortgage-related assets from financial institutions having headquarters in the United States. Yet last night, the fact sheet put out by the Treasury seemed to expand that. It said only that the financial institutions have to have significant operations in the U.S. and that you could waive that at your discretion. So will foreign financial institutions be eligible to have their assets bought?
Yes, and they should, because as you think about this, if a financial institution has business operations in the United States, hires people in the United States, if they are clogged with illiquid assets, they have the same impact on the American people as any other institution. That's a distinction without a difference to the American people. The key here is about protecting the system. Now, I need to say to you that we have a global financial system, and we are talking very aggressively with other countries around the world and encouraging them to do similar things, and I believe a number of them will. But remember, this is about protecting the American people and protecting the taxpayers. And the American people don't care who owns the financial institution. If the financial institution in this country has problems, it will have the same impact whether it's U.S. or foreign.
But they might wonder what they're getting from the firms in return. So let's say you go into a financial institution, buy up their bad assets. What do the financial institutions have to do? Some Democrats in Congress have said, for example, that they should have to accept limits on their executive compensation. Are you open to that?
Well, let me describe it this way. In instances where institutions fail and the Federal Reserve or the government comes in.
But these haven't failed yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. In instances where they do fail and you come in, obviously there are limits. That's what we saw with the GSEs. That's what we saw with AIG, okay? Now, what we're doing here is we're trying to do something well in advance of failure. We're trying to offer a program across the whole financial landscape to buy the assets that are clogging up the system so that the markets can work. And I believe to have this program work, we don't want to make it punitive and make it difficult for...
And let me just play devil's advocate here, but then if you're a taxpayer watching that, you say, okay, these financial executives are going to be freed up to go make millions more, and the taxpayers are taking the risk.
George, I totally agree with the frustration there. Because remember, what we're doing right now is first stabilizing the market. That is only part of it. Once we stabilize the market, we need to ask ourselves, how did we get here, and what do we do about it so we don't get here again? I've spent a lot of time, well before this problem, developing a regulatory blueprint, looking at our outmoded regulatory system that doesn't fit the modern financial world, looking at how policies and practices need to be changed. We need a lot of reforms, and this is going to be something Congress and the next administration is going to be working on for a long time. But these can't be done and shouldn't be done in a matter of days, and we need this program in days in order to protect the American people.